Night beginning to fall over Southern California, but the lights are shining bright here at the spectacular SoFi Stadium in metropolitan Los Angeles. Coming up, it's Divisional Round Saturday, and we've got an AFC battle on tap between the Miami Dolphins and the Los Angeles Chargers. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So he gets too far beyond the line, and that's an easy call for the official. Play fake. Murray. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch,
well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins.
Makes this Dolphins 7. Chargers 0. Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
The Charger drive about to get going. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick-6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick-6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
First down, Murray. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Von Miller doing what he does best with a sack. Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick-6, and here he ends up on his backside.
And you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick-6, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game.
Murray's throwing to the hands of McLaurin.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense. Now
Murray. That's It's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that'll bring up 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
Murray on the sneak. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and the Dolphins get the football in great field position. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a 1st down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Wide open, Amari Cooper. Touchdown, Dolphins. Amari Cooper. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 14-0.
14. Chargers, nothing.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Omaha. Hey.
On 2nd and 11 now. Murray. The catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. And that's good for a 1st down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs.
Hey. Nice one. Yeah. Come back.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Here's Murray. Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. 1st and 10, it's Richardson. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Richardson on 2nd and 10. And it's complete to Adams. Touchdown. Devontae Adams. 28 yards. And the Dolphins continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0.
Chargers, nothing. Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And it'll be a touchback as Tyler Lockett says, I'm not going to return this one. The Charger drive about to get going. They're forced to play catch-up early in this division round game as they search for a seat in the AFC Championship round. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Murray now to throw. This complete to Lockett. And he's got room. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
Well, that's something that this defense is not going to be able to allow if they're going to have success here. They've got to be able to wrap up and get guys on the ground. They end up letting him get away, and it turns into a big play here early on. I can just see veteran observers of the game shaking their heads and talking about the dearth of tackling in the game today.
Play action. Now it's Murray. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off by Jamin Davis. And the Dolphins are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
It's a big play there for Miami. 51 yards. 21-0 our score after 1. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Down to the 25. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Completes it to Fant on the right side. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, here's Richardson. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they stop him short of the 1st as he can only get to the 20.
Daniel Carlson on for the field goal. A 37-yard attempt.
Carlson able to put this one through. And the route is on. It's 24-0. So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way into field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it. So they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides will be thrilled with that.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Murray going to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback who just threw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but to throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is you know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game telling all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I've got skills. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I always find myself cheering for them after they intercept. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to get with the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
And right around the 20, he'll head out of bounds. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Throwing on 1st down is Murray. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
It's now 2nd and 6. At the 24-yard line.
Here's Murray. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
No doubt about it. Really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, They also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Murray now on first down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open. True. So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped him. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
A throw over the middle taken in. And he's going to get this down near the 25. So, Charles, you look at this offense, you think about it, you got a rookie quarterback at the helm. You're in a divisional round of the playoffs here. That head of his just has to be spinning, doesn't it?
Well, normally you'd have to say yes, but I do think that the way things went last week, how he played the wild card win, how sensational he was, that'll stop his head from spinning. And now he's in a situation that's getting towards uncharted territory because you've got Joe Flacco, Mark Sanchez, the only two rookies doing 2 playoff games in 1 year. He's trying to join that company.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. It's their quarterback scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Dolphins continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half.
Chargers, nothing. Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just...
And now here is another interception. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he won a Heisman Trophy in college. So sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career. But when you're talking about 1 game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks. Now back to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. A great play there. There to make the grab. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half.
Chargers, nothing. Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And it'll be a touchback as Tyler Lockett says, I'm not going to return this one. The Charger drive about to get going.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
That's a gain of 3. Now third.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. Out route looking for McLaurin. He's got him. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
Murray sets to throw on 4th. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Chargers will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
Now it's 1st and 10 after a costly penalty there on 4th down.
Green. Come on. Hey.
From the gun, Murray. He's got a man, complete. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now left side on the swing pass. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Murray now. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
Again, they'll throw with Murray. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Facing this big first-half deficit, they keep the field goal unit on the sideline. They're going for it.
Green.
They're going for it. Hits Murray. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers, and the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. That's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th, and we've seen them do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They go play action with Richardson. Wide open receiver complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. The kick by Carlson is good, and that will do it for this first half. So it's on to halftime in this AFC Divisional Round matchup as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Glenn, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC Divisional Round. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
Hurry, 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 hurry.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
A nice play design there with a touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
They'll go option to the short side, and he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
Well, sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. This is a counter play. Eckler
To about the 26 here.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Second down. Here's Richardson.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Grady Jarrett breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He hits Adams complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He had 1 touchdown earlier, nearly a 2nd one there.
Yeah, it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep him out of the end zone after a big play. Perhaps you go right back to him. Don't need the distance, but maybe he can pay things off after a big effort.
Eckler, oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
We all know how much running backs love getting the ball down near the goal line. They think they're going to find a way into the end zone. He hasn't had that kind of luck so far. Ends up not getting in on the last 2 carries. You know he's going to be upset about a missed opportunity.
Third and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. Richardson now on 3rd and goal.
Eluding the pressure right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
The kick by Carlson is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead.
Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Charger drive about to get going. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
From the 16, Murray. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Now Murray off play action. Right back to Pitts again. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. Jacobs going to try the middle. And able to work his way down to the 16. They get 8 yards back there. They could use another one of those now on 3rd and 7.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. To throw, it's Murray. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey.
And the Dolphins are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8.
The last time we saw 7, 2001, right?
Yeah.
It's tied up. He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
I don't know. It has not been good. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Richardson off the play fake.
The left side throw complete to Adams. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now they'll run the option to the short side left.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
And the Dolphins first down.
1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC.
Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood.
And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Up the middle with Eckler. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And they run the option on 2nd down.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Let's go now.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone who has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, it'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the 4th. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line.
A 4-yard loss on the play. 2nd and goal at the Chargers' 10-yard line.
Here we go.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. They'll go option to the short side. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Their mobile quarterback with his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Dolphins are drawing closer to a date in the AFC title game as they extend this 4th quarter lead.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Harrison Smith.
And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Eckler now between the tackles.
107 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in this divisional round matchup.
19 Tigers, 19 Tigers.
1st down, Dolphins.
Once more, here's Eckler. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line.
Rashawn Gary that time through the line and getting the tackle for loss.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
On second down, Eckler. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them.
Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller.
And the Dolphins are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. That penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward.
Push. Big.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray.
That's caught left side, the tight end Pitts.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point, where we're at in the fourth quarter, with how wide this advantage is, for this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a concert, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one. But they certainly don't want to end it on one. They want to put together a few more throws like that and at least have a final drive to give them a little bit more hope as they move forward.
That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Go. That's one.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it.
And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now Murray's got to have this one. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with a football. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers, and it'll be a turnover on downs. They'll start by running the option to the right. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The keeper there turning into a big play of 23 yards, and it moves the sticks.
I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Now it looks like he'll throw here. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Now to try the field goal, here's Daniel Carlson. This just 32 yards officially from the right hash. Carlson able to put this one through, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but They'll take the 3, and they've had that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Charger drive about to get going.
It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the fourth quarter. And a big deficit, Charles. But they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, and I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board. So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke.
The catch and run, good for 24 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Murray going to throw. He's going to let it fly. Touchdown, Chargers. Terry McLaurin, 51 yards. And the Chargers are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward.
Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Up huge on the scoreboard, and they're still trying to add to their total. That shot doesn't connect, but I don't think it'll dissuade them from attempting another one.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Play action. Now Richardson.
Out to his left. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
Off play action. Richardson.
And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Picked off by J.C. Jackson. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Looking to throw again on second down. Murray. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown.
Not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Let's go now.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Murray and company going for it on fourth. And now here is another interception. Darius Slay with a pick.
And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
At the 27-yard line.
On the give, this is Eckler. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Richardson, he's going to keep it running right. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. And they're moving on to the Conference Championship. How about this?
What a tremendous feeling to get to the game that can get you to the Super Bowl. A fantastic season. Unfortunately, for the other team, a tough, tough way for it to end.